Hey, good evening, traders. Welcome to the Mistrade Evening Report. Another wild swinging day in the markets here. Lots of contracts, a lot of volume, a lot of movement. These markets, this is not summertime trading. That is for darn sure. So, hope everybody had a great day in the markets. Let's take a look at some levels here. We've got some new stuff to look at. First on the weekly, I don't have a ton here since we've basically sucked this candle out and it looks like it may be closing as a one big hammer, which would be some type of indication we may see some more upside in the near future. But let's drill down here into a daily chart. Let me find my daily chart. Daily chart. I think we have a new indicator. It's called the pogo stick indicator. It's up and down and up and down, and boy, which way is it going to go? Nobody knows. But anyway, on the daily chart, there's a couple of levels here I've been talking about. The 1197 level. I've mentioned that level a couple times. Watch that closely. If we break up above the 87 level, then we're probably going to go test that 97 fairly quickly, especially with the range and the volatility that we've been having. Then above that, if we continue to get strength like we did this afternoon, then I would say this 1220 level is in play. And it's hard to believe we were talking about the areas in the 10s, and now we're thinking about the 12s. So we've seen quite a bit of movement here. Drilling down even further into the 30-minute chart, I want to bring a couple things to your attention. First is this, you ever seen a pattern like this? This is called a head and shoulders. I think I've talked about this a couple times. We had one up at around 1304, the neckline that broke, and here we've seen this huge sell-off after that. Here we have this other head and shoulders setting up. We've been watching this one. 1148 was my neckline on this. Even though we had this big run-up, this was just a lot of short covering. And then hence because of the gap down, but 1148 was still the line in the sand in my book. And after this other powerful pattern, which is we had this strong move off the bottom, and then we started wedging here in what could be called a flag or a pennant or however you want to identify it. The bottom line is this is very bullish, and with the break to the upside, we are going to see some running. So there's plenty of room to trade in here. Hopefully you caught some of this action and did not try to fade it because you probably didn't do so well. So keep those patterns in mind, especially on the higher time frames. If you are a pre-market trader, which again I do not suggest for anybody who is not proficient in these markets, you may have seen an opportunity to buy down here off the 1105 after the news this morning. We couldn't break that 1105 in the pre-market and was holding up to be a pretty good high reward, low risk, and you could have probably captured 20, maybe 30 points within probably a 15-20 minute time period this morning. And if you were strong enough to hold this thing into the close looking for a big move today, congratulations, because you rang the cash register pretty large. However, pullbacks into this market right now, I suspect some pullbacks and then some movements back to the upside could happen first thing in the morning. Here's what I'm looking at right here on the downside. I like the 1157 level. We have a lot of confluence down here. We have a 382 retracement level, and we have an old daily high. Then back down into my number, the 1148. That was resistance. Now it is support for us. That also comes in play with the 58%, or excuse me, the 50% retracement, and also the daily, or excuse me, the weekly R1. So we have a lot of things at that level. That should be a pretty strong level. Then below that we have the 1140 area, which comes in line with also some support too in there. So watch those areas. Even further down, if we were to slide even further down, then we have the pivot here, weekly pivot 1131, and then of course down below that, I'd still like that 1113 to 1110 area right in here. So, but remember guys, these are not levels you get involved and just buy blindly. These are like magnets and attractions. However your trading plan plays out on your paper, then you should use these as possible long-term targets, or if you're trading into them and you're able to take some profit around there, these are things that you need to keep your eyes on and stuff like that. Otherwise, guys, hope you have a great trading day tomorrow. It's Friday. Try to get your trades done early. Be done by 12 noon. That's part of my trade plan. Have a great weekend. I'll put another one out for Sunday, and hopefully next week provides a good opportunity for all of us. Otherwise, have a great day tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Take care.